everyone, and welcome to yet another edition of our top stories, Mysterious Me, with me, your girl Sharon. You're so much welcome to you all viewers viewing us right here on Passion TV. As usual, or into the studios, I am not alone. I'm here with some Mrs. Gorgeous. She's going to introduce herself, and then we shall begin with the show. Please.
I'm Shaluwah Shantel Kalma.
Okay, Shaluwah Shantel Kalma. You're so much welcome onto our top story show, Mysterious Me.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so today we are going to be having the best of Shalma's story. She's going to tell us a story of her life, and we are yet to have fun. So, who is Shaluwah in brief?
Shaluwah Shantel. I don't know where to start, but I'm from Boyogelele.
Okay.
Is it like my mom is Dasuga, Lavia, my dad is Kalma Maguma.
Okay, that is where you got the name Kalma. It is a sweet name. Which tribe?
Sharon, leave me. We talk about that. No, I want to talk about I'm Muganda.
Okay, fine. So, let's have your story now. How did this all start? Because we all know today we're actually talking about you. So we want you to help us get to know who you are, where you've come from, and where you have actually gotten up to now. So you gave me a preview of your story. You were battling a certain disease. So I would love you to introduce what you were battling and how far you've gone and how best you have maneuvered all through the situations.
We lived at Chisasi, but in recent we are now Boyogelele.
Okay.
I studied at SETA. Yeah, you want to know that disease.
Okay.
I'm battling like Sickle cell Anemia, but though I don't want to talk about it because we stigmatized, you know. Me, actually, you cannot tell that I'm Sickle cell Anemia, like I'm having Sickle cell Anemia.
Okay.
But yeah, I do. But really having that disease is not easy. Actually, when you go to school, you're having different things like cold names. You know, you're not favored with cold. It's not good. And when you're happy too much. It's a problem. When you're sad, still same story. But we live with it. We learn to live with it.
So if you're having sickle cell anemia, you shouldn't be so much excited.
Exactly, because when you be much happy, you can fall sick. And actually having that disease, mom and dad, they're supposed to be a carrier, because you cannot be having anemic when your mom doesn't have and your dad doesn't have. Both the two parents have to be the carriers.
Okay, so you got the disease from your parents?
Both parents, yeah.
Okay, so both your parents are anemic?
Not anemic, they are carriers. They're just carrying the disease.
For them, they don't experience. They are not sick.
They are not sick, and they don't experience everything we face, but they just carry that disease. So me, to be SSS, sickle cell anemia, I'm having that disease, and I experience much things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our viewers today would love to know, what exact things do anemic people go through?
Actually, I don't want to talk about that because it's really a lot.
Just give us at least a hint.
First and foremost, when you could be like grown up like me, having a boyfriend, it's not easy.
Why?
Because when you be like partners, you have to, of course, let that person know, because that person will tell. And actually, signs of when you're having the anemic disease, you're having the yellow eyes. But to get over it, you have to drink a lot. And some people are tiny, very small. Others having big head. I don't know whether you have seen those people.
I thought they usually tell us that those people that grow big heads, sometimes the problems are with the parents that don't have, maybe lacking some sort of vitamins.
No.
It is still due to anemia?
Yeah. Some, because some can be yellow fever, but others, of course, can be having anemic. You know, nowadays sickle cell, like the percentage is rising up, because when someone gets a boyfriend, of course I won't let that person know. I'll just hide my situation after like conceiving. I don't know.
So I thought one of the reasons was why you people don't have, like, you feel like you should not have boyfriends and girlfriends when you're anemic. Maybe it's because you feel like there are situations in relationships that you can't handle.
Like if you let them know, they will dump you.
Why?
I wish to have an anemic girl. You always fall sick. You cannot do that heavy work. We cannot do that heavy work. We cannot go, like when the rain comes or like cloudy. You cannot go anywhere. You cannot party. You cannot dress like you have to be like covered.
So they feel like they are not
like,
ready to get sick.
In short, me explain that anemic disease, like if you're AA, that means you're normal. Like AS, you are carrier. Then SS, it's me, the sickler, the sickles. Your blood is around, but mine is sickle, like curved.
Okay. Oh my God.
Your blood, like your blood is really around like a donut. If you know the donut.
So if your blood is,
if it flows, it flows. Mine come like this one can come and touches to other, and that's one, and another one can come still attach it to other. So if they come and they spend to like sometimes it come to like in the joints, mostly in joints. So it's where you're going to have the pain.
Okay. So for those people that have SS, is it SS?
Yes, double S.
That means when your blood is flowing into your veins, it goes curving. So each time it flows, it is pain.
So it's a probability for the blood to flow straight without that touching the cells.
So those were with AA, the normal ones. How does it flow?
It flows like normal one, as the normal. You cannot. It cannot like go attaching to the other thing or like holding. It flows like straight. But for the sickle, when this one flows, it can be like this, and this one even comes. So as long as the time flows to the vein, it's where you can get that pain.
So the more it flows curving, the more pain. And
no,
how about the carriers?
To the weather. To the where, like how you be, like if you're happy too much, if you're like sad.
Hold on. So it is like as if our emotions try to drive the flowing of the blood within you.
I think I don't say that. No.
Because now if it depends on the situation that you feel the pain, I really don't get it.
And like the time when you get pain, I can say the sadness, you know, if you be sad the whole time, you can have pain, like your heart start to pump like so quick, and then like as in if you don't have much water in your body, all that stuff, it's very many, really
so complicated.
So
how have you managed to live with this? Because how did you find out you were sick actually, or how did your parents get to know that you were sick?
When I was 5 months.
When you were 5 months old, very little.
Very.
I can simply tell what your parents actually went through.
Yeah, actually even my mom, like mostly father's side, like daddies, they deny us.
Sure.
We don't have that stuff. No, I don't have. They can't.
So you grew up knowing only the side of your mother, because
by the time I lived with my mom, it was like by decision, because I was in P7. I was like, now I want to be with my mom.
Oh.
Yeah. But I used to go to my dad and my mom. Me, like actually the years I started to travel, like long distance, Mitiana, Utisasi, where like traveling, going to Kasangati.
Yeah.
I was in P6.
So all the other time you always spent it at home, no movements.
Of course you can move, but the strict parent cannot allow.
Okay, I now get you. Okay, let us talk about your school life.
Ouch.
Let's talk about your school life.
Really?
When did you begin school? Still, you began school at an early age, or they first waited for you to first get used to the weather?
Early age. As I remember, I was 14. I was senior.
Okay.
And me, I was bright.
So you never repeated a class? Glory be to God.
Actually, I just skipped.
Okay.
But school life is not easy, really. I can tell.
I want you to at least give us a picture of an anemic
like
child.
Secondary life, because may have been in boarding.
Okay.
Actually, let me tell you about like senior 6, like the senior 6 or senior 6.
It is okay.
I was at school, you've given much care. You can put on gloves, you can put on 2 sweaters, whereby the cardigans that not that school uniform. Like you can even have extra food, like the cook can cook for you other stuff for food like rice, what. You're given much care. If you want to go out, you go to the office, they write for you, go. If you want, it's like that. Like when you fall sick, because my dad, I really thank my dad a lot. Even at night, they used to call that guy, and he used to come for me. Whether late night or what, he used to come and pick me, then they take me to hospital. Okay. Sometimes even you can collapse.
From nowhere.
From nowhere. Stress. Mainly stress. Have a lot of flames. They are really anemic. But really, fighting sickle cell is not easy.
I get. I really understand. So
sometimes even we don't want to talk about, and few people really know that I'm anemic. Few. Starting from my home, few people know.
Because you've always battled it out, or you hide?
Hide, of course. If you tell them, they stigmatize you. Like they don't want to be with you. They don't want to play with you. They won't want to go out with you.
But then, hold on. Is sickle cell an airborne disease, or is it a blood to blood? Like maybe when you catch yourself, I can catch. If it is childbirth, then why should I really stay away from it? It's
their people's mindset, your mind is not the same.
So they feel like if I'm seated here with you,
they are not
Sharon will live here with anemia. This is so serious. But then, actually, this is one reason as why actually many people also keep away from HIV/AIDS. People that are sick actually, that are actually battling such diseases.
Yeah.
But I feel like anemia.
People don't want to associate with us.
Maybe have some reasons. Give us
me
some.
Me good enough. Okay, I will tell you, but me good enough. I've been favored with boyfriends. Because they cannot tell that I'm sick. They cannot. And I cannot let you know. Why should I let you know? What are you going to help me?
But then if you trust me and you
trust is very hard. Sharon, trust is very hard.
What if you have future plans?
Future plans
with me, and you don't tell me. So if you wake up in the morning and I'm taking you, you're taking me to your parents.
Future friends where?
Come on, I'm going to be the father of your kid.
I had one boyfriend whom actually took me to his mother.
Okay.
I'm still thankful to that. One.
The good thing that one has been faithful. Does he know about your disease?
Of course he knows, but the bad thing of it, he told that mom. But that mom, I don't want to talk about that story.
I think she did not like the idea.
Exactly. She didn't. No, she didn't like the idea, but she didn't like me. Besides of the sickness, she always be like, no, you cannot take that girl anywhere. You cannot go with her anywhere. You cannot have a future.
There should be some issues to do with the disease, trust me. But it is okay. So I want you to give us some of the reasons you think those people may give to the fact that they don't want to keep near you.
Besides me, Sharon, I'm not looking bad. Okay. But if you find others, my dear, you will not like it.
You have some good money.
Some even like hip. It's called hip-like step. I don't know how they call it, but when you fall sick, you be having pain. Like you want to squeeze that part so that you cannot feel pain. If you squeeze it, sometimes you can even be crippled. Like you be crippled.
So if you have pain in your knee,
in a leg,
you can
even have a hip pain, and it can. I don't know how to say it, but
if you know it in Luganda, you can tell
like kale esese tuka neberanga you can yeah, you can be that
you have a dislocation.
Exactly. No better you
no longer walk very well.
Who can wish to?
So if you have pain in the knee, let it pain.
Whereby if you have that pain, you don't want to know whether your mother-in-law is there, whether your ex-wife, whether your co-wife is there. You don't want to know. The only thing you wish to be like healed, like you always cry. And actually, you can find even the old ones, 35 plus, crying.
It's so painful.
And actually, they asked some lady who like got a chance to conceive. They say that they can produce 10, they can push 10 children than having that pain. Can you imagine that?
It's so painful.
And actually, to be honest, I've never had that, like sickle cell anemic people reaching 60, 50 over my entire life.
Sure.
I swear. They all stop 35. Okay, the maximum, because even I have the nurse, she's 40, but she has no kid. Because even producing is very hard.
So actually, in simple terms, anemic people conceiving and giving birth may actually be a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, let us go into a very short commercial break, and when we return, we shall continue this story. From that short commercial break, we are still proceeding with our top show, Mysterious Me. For those who ask yourselves what Mysterious Me really is about, Mysterious Me is a show that covers top stories of different people. If you have a situation you're going through and you feel like your story will help lift someone else somewhere, come and tell the story here on Mysterious Me. This is the only show where you'll have very happy moments, sorrowful moments, but yet educative and heart-lifting. So keep at it and keep on Expression TV as we go through the story of Shaluwah. So Shaluwah, we were still going on. Shaluwah is an anemic person. She has battled anemia, and she is still giving us her story to do with the disease, how she has maneuvered and how she has actually managed to live with the disease up to now. We can see she is looking so gorgeous. She's a beautiful lady, and of course she's still pushing on with life, because personally, the anemic people that I've seen out there are actually in hospitals. Some are home, but if you meet them, you may think they've not eaten food for the rest of the 2 years to come, and actually those 2 years that are past, because they're always skinny, they're always not healthy. But Shaluwah right over here, you may not tell that she is battling any sort of disease in life. Please, Shaluwah, continue with the school life. I want to know, how was school?
Actually, school wasn't easy at all. It really wasn't easy. And okay, actually, because we're talking about like being sick, so you cannot study for over months without falling sick, without going back home and being treated. So sometimes it has been hard, like on covering up with other class, like with the class, papers. You can miss everything about school.
So every time you're home,
and
when you come back, people have
they are already
stepped up.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, you can be even having more people, even cause when they don't like you, just like that, cause of being like, some people can, even some students can say that one, she's faking. You're faking. She's not sick. She's lying. She just wants to go home every time. They can say all about that.
I get.
Yeah.
I really feel you.
Befriending like other people, really, it's not easy. Having friends, those royal friends,
those that will keep here with you.
You cannot be having them. And me, I never had friends. Not until I've grown up, like like other world. I'm now having, but a little, not those close friends that you can be like, Sharon, I'm having this. You cannot have.
Like I'm feeling
actually your family. Your family is your
best friend. I really get, and yet
No one wants to be bothered. Like every time I'm sick, every time who wants to be bothered?
you're right.
People get tired quick. They can get tired of you.
That is very right. So, still talking about school, how was your performance? Because given the fact that you were never at school, how did you cope up?
We got given.
Okay.
Actually, most of the Sicklers, they are bright. They're having brain. They can catch up. And even in my HOC, the girl used to like bowl me every time. I performed better than her.
Oh my God! And yet she was ever at school
Every time.
24/7.
Yeah, she was.
Okay. Living alone school, unless you have something to tell us that we have left out that used to happen to you within school, is there anything?
Actually, it's a lot of things because you can even faint, and people can just leave you there not until they call the heads, like headmistress or whatever.
So once you fall there, that is your problem.
Me fainting wasn't I didn't faint that too much, but other people, like other Sicklers, they do.
That's right. Just try to throw more light. What are these experiences that Sicklers go through? Like, if you like they faint, they have pains. Which are these ones? The rest that you have left out.
Sicklers really face a lot. And I think Sicklers cannot be with stepmoms.
Okay. Because
the moment you be with them, because advisor no gaba that work was bad.
Feel free. Of course, obutasobola kwekoza because that is what life must or
Sharon,
might have.
Being a Sickler, it's not easy.
Okay. I want to know some of the things that Sicklers go through. Biche bebiraga nti ono alabika nno Sickler, for example. Some people, you said some people faint out of nowhere.
Some people cannot show.
Okay.
But what they go through, of course, with having red eyes, that is normal in everyone.
You have red eyes?
No, like yellow eyes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yellow eyes, stress. If you're being stressed, not even like, can be like just out of school, like school fees. It's not your business, but you're having that, they have just me. Only that.
It
can
stresses you out.
Of course. Like eating bad, like, do I want to eat on meat? You've eaten beans. It can stress you up. You can fall sick.
Oh my God. Okay.
Like wishing to have something but you cannot afford it. It can stress you, can fall sick. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let us look at life outside school. How has life outside school
I'd rather
treated you?
I wish even I didn't study.
Why?
For the lot I passed through, I wish I didn't study. Because now I think I'm in happy life. Because I don't tell anyone. If I want to do something, I do it by myself. Not by letting others know.
So it was very hard at school.
Because when you go to school, of course, they have to tell the headmistress, this one having this. And even they go to parade, they tell the entire school, this one having this, she's allowed to wear this, she's allowed to do this. She's not supposed to do this, you know. We are not allowed to do
I would have asked the name of the school though, but let's keep it aside. But because where I started from, we used to have anemic students at school, but it was always known to the matron in case she's in
there. They told the entire school
in boarding section and maybe the HM.
I was bullied by many students.
Why? Is it because of your size or the fact that
they used to do the school? How do they call it?
Assembly?
No. Like cleaning the old school.
Okay.
Me, I used not to do it. it. So now they start to backbiting me. Oyo yeraga tayagala kola. Like going in morning preps, me, I was stopped because I was like falling sick. Like after 2 weeks, like to 1 week. So they stopped me from going to morning preps.
So for them, they thought maybe you're simply
I was like wearing gloves, the other gloves, covering the heady socks, you know. I don't want to talk about that, but I was like crazy because of that disease. Never wanted it, but it was helping me.
So wait, so presently, how often do you fall sick? Because now you're here, you're very okay.
You cannot tell that you're going to fall sick, but like after here, okay, I can just assume that you can say, okay, just by assuming, you know, Chantel, that makeup it never looked good on you. What did she? Why? Like going out asking myself,
like,
so if I have that in mind, why did she say that?
Why?
If I
had you fall sick because
if
of
I have
stress.
that in, exactly.
So very small things put you off, and once they put you off, you're sick.
Very small things.
Oh my God.
Very small things.
Oh my God.
And if I can tell you this, and then you tell your friend, then your friend calls me. All along you're having that. In mind, I can say, why did Sharon tell that friend that I had that?
And then you overthink about that, still you fall sick.
And if I request something, then you deny it or like you refuse. So I can say, why did Sharon refuse?
That also puts you
down. Can also make me. So it's very weird. You cannot really get to know it fully. As long as you keep yourself calm, like you make everything like you don't even actually associate with many people. Me actually I deal alone, but not that fully. I don't tell my secrets to other friends. That's why I don't have that close friend that if I'm here, Sharon is supposed to be here. If you see like Chantel, Sharon is there.
So you live your life your way. You don't have a best friend.
Only friend.
You simply have a friend. So you've lived all your life without a friend to confide in. There is no friend you feel like I can tell Sharon this and we can work it out and it stays between us.
No.
Why? You lost trust?
Not as in losing trust. Like you can be not fitting in them.
Okay.
They are wearing like short clothes going out. You cannot go out in cold. If you wear that and you move like actually 30 minutes, the coldness can enter you in your like muscle. As I explained to you, you can fall sick. Your blood vessel can become tight.
So what you want to tell us that your disease pain is mostly triggered by external stuff, like external emotions. Someone has hurt me, someone has talked about me, the weather.
Not that external, but even they can be accounted.
Okay. So what are those things that can make you fall sick? They are not actually brought about by an external force. Maybe someone has hurt you, you have knocked down yourself, they have called you, mama is sick, they have done this. What are those internal things? Should I call them internal factors? I don't know.
Okay, like doing much work.
Okay.
Cause I use not like carry jerry cans and everything. Like some, like if you bathe cold water.
Okay.
As I told you, the vessels, the coldness, all that stuff. Like some even like walking like long distance. Because if you walk too much, you're using a lot of energy.
The breathing pace increases.
Yeah. If you eat that poorly, like like you want to eat this, but you're having this.
No. Let me ask you. What do you think is that anemic child typically down there in the village? They don't have what to eat. They completely have nothing.
That's why
what is present is posho and maybe skuma which baino genda mweri mu nnimiro mama amulete netebikira na mubudde. You get what kind? Just give us a picture. What do you think those people go through? Because at least for you, you know the pain.
All I know, that's why the percentage of death in Sickle are rising. Because if you go to Mulago, we have that clinic. You can see the file. They are covering the files. They have died.
So every file they cover in Mulago, that one has gone.
That's the one.
Okay, this is going too far, but we have to continue. So give us, we are still looking at the life after school. Now let us leave school alone. Life out of school, because I'm very certain you're out of campus.
I didn't complete.
You didn't complete. Was it because of the disease still, or personal?
Personal.
Okay, that is very okay. But you're still pursuing something outside.
Yeah.
So how is life in the working world?
Because they don't know, I think, actually, let me just talk about myself.
Okay.
I don't want to work really.
Why?
I do having my own business, but waking up also, if it rains, I want to go, because I know my health. I want to go.
Should we say that most of the Sicklers, if you have to survive in the working world, you should be the boss of the boss to yourself?
Exactly.
Because now I'm imagining you're working for me. I expect you at work at 6 sharp, and then it rains in the morning. You come around at noon. You're telling me, "Mnange boss, I couldn't come."
Actually, working site is the same way as like school time. If it rains, trouble. If you wake up like very early, if you work so hard like heavily, of course, the results, you know the results.
So you simply
You
have
fall
to
sick.
have.
So you rather stay home than falling sick. You've been like on bed for 1 week.
Let me ask, how much is your treatment every time you fall sick? Just give us.
Let me just tell you the detail. That the tab is called hydroxyurea. By that tab, that one single tab, it's 5,000 one single tab. The ones they start to serve them. Me, I was schooling, but my dad used to buy them because it helps maintain the blood. It's one tab, 5,000. So just look through it for those people who are there down who cannot afford anything.
One tablet is 5,000.
Exactly.
How many tabs do you need to heal?
You swallow one a day. You swallow one a day.
So you shouldn't miss out on a tablet.
You shouldn't.
Is it actually? Can you swallow it?
I didn't come with
size?
it, but it's a capsule.
Okay.
But
it's not sour.
It's capsule. It's not sour, you know. It's
It is,
covered
okay, it's a
in
capsule.
inside. But I think the inside it's sour. But you have to swallow it every day to maintain the blood flows, the veins.
So if you don't swallow,
and there is a tab, it's called folic acid.
Mm.
Yeah, it also helps. But nowadays they are serving them at Mulago Clinic, our clinic.
So they serve them for free.
For free, but if you find it there, it's not a must that is always there.
Okay. I'm simply imagining as someone in a village somewhere,
exactly,
with no tablets,
you can feel the pain.
No food.
And when you get the shock, the treatment is not that expensive, but it is. Because first and foremost, trauma, I don't know whether you know that injection tramadol or the diacro is the first step, but if you go to tramadol, it's the second step.
Hold on, anemia has steps.
Yeah. Because if like you're going to 2 tablets for that hydroxyurea, actually let me say that anemia is like HIV.
Okay.
Though here you cannot spray.
You don't spray.
You don't. But you leave it for lifetime. And even I think even anemia it's like it's worse than HIV. Because you always be sick, you always be contradicted with everything, you always, I don't know. Because even me one time I wished I'd rather have HIV than having this. Actually, I tried to kill myself one time.
Why? Was there a scenario that drove you to wanting to kill yourself?
Of course, the pain itself. I swallowed much tabs.
So you felt
they
like
were even 30 plus.
What?
They found me on the floor, my mom. And that's why even they
Were you
told
trying
her-
to give yourself overdose so you can die, or you felt
I
like
was
you should
sick.
take
I was
more
sick.
so that you can heal so fast?
It's not that I was sick, but the pain stayed over for 3 days. Like that, actually, they give us it's like a card whereby you can say that my pain is here from 1 to 10.
Okay.
But that pain was really too much. I couldn't handle. They gave me injection. They gave me the second injection. Actually, they were going to the step tramadol, dicro. What? They gave me those high tablets with the high quality, like
Maybe high effects, like they try
to help me fast, but
Okay.
it didn't work for me. So I decided to kill myself. My mom found me on the floor, but I don't advise them. It's not good. It's really not good, because after all, just God helped me.
Okay. Life is very hard, but okay, fine. So, what is your advice to the people viewing us today? Those people that are battling anemia.
What I can tell them, like my age mate, they do what they think is the best for them. Cause me, Sharon, you cannot advise me. I'm right now a big-headed girl. If I want to do something and I feel at heart, of course I do it.
Okay. Because you feel like
If I want to go out, I go. Come and buy and buy. If I fall sick, I fall sick.
what? Now what if you go and get
Exactly,
problems?
it's the
Because
same.
if I refuse you from going, you're going to get sick. And still, if I let you go, you may get sick from that.
Exactly. If you refuse me, I'll be like, no, I have to go.
So you simply have to satisfy your heart.
myself, my heart, colors. Yeah.
This is getting serious. Let's run into another very short break, and when we return, we shall have more of Chantel. Okay, welcome back to our part 2 of #Mysterious Misho with our girl, my girl, your girl, Chantel.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we are beginning our part 2, I'm going to ask Chantel over here to give us a brief note about anemia. Chantel, what is anemia? Anemia chichi, alumab atia, alimo stage, which kind of stages, and all that.
Sickle cell anemia, it's a blood musai nainga guli sickle. As I explained to you earlier, that your blood is around, mine is sickle. It's made to be
round, and sickle is a sign.
Sickle, that's a sickle. That's why I'm sickle cell anemia.
So your blood is
sickle.
It is not
sick, but sickle like this. I don't know if I had a pen I would have drawn for you, but it's like sickle. Flowing in a very dialect. Because it's a sickle, one can attach and others can attach. And sickle, to be called like sickle, me to be called sickle, I must have SS double S. So I'm having SS, and my both parents having AS. Those are the carriers.
So when you have when you have A, you're a carrier.
When you have AA, you are a normal person.
Okay.
If you have ever checked yourself, I don't know. And if you have AS, it's a carrier. You're carrying the disease, but you're not having the disease. So me, I'm SS double S. I'm the sickler, the sick person.
Okay, I get.
Yeah. So if you combine yourself with AS, like my dad and mom, they were both the carriers. So I choose myself, as I had that. If you're in your mother's womb, you can choose either to be a boy or a girl. So I choose to be a sick.
You never chose to be a sickler, but it is because your mother and father were carriers. Not so.
Because my sister is also a carrier.
Okay.
AS, so
she's not SS, but she's
carrying
just a carrier.
She's
not sick, but she's a carrier.
Yeah.
I'm learning. Okay. So does anemia have stages?
Yeah.
Okay, you can tell us about that.
But not like, I think there are 2 just stages.
Okay.
But on the normal range of the countdown, if you can tell that whether I'm sick this side, it's 1 to 10.
I'm sick this side.
Like the pain I'm having, to measure the pain, they count it from 1 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell that I'm having 1, like I'm having the pain, but not too much I can afford. I cannot even take medicine.
Okay.
I'm having 5. I need medication. I need this. I'm having pain. It's serious. I'm having 8. I need a drip. What to go to hospital. 10. I'm dying. Please do for me something.
Okay. Okay, so that is how they measure.
The disease.
It is according to pain.
According to
what
pain
you feel,
what you
is
feel,
the kind of treatment you get.
But when you're young, like one year to 6, you cannot having the pain. You cannot feel the pain, but what they can say that you're having pain, your body swells.
Oh my God.
This part, when I was young, the body was swelling. Yes, you cry, but you're not having the real pain. But your body swells to normal size, to abnormal size, to abnormal. So then they can tell that girl is sick. She's really sick.
So it is according to them.
But when you go
according to what they see, that they give you the treatment when you're still.
When you're months, you cannot talk that I'm having pain.
Of course.
But when your body swells, of course, the parents can show that this girl is sick. Yeah. But when you're 1 year under to my age, and above, I can say, Sharon, the leg is paining me. Please help me.
Okay. I now get. So, what are the signs? Because in this part too, very many people were asking me. They want to know more about the disease. So, tell us the signs of sickle cells.
The signs, because when I was
obviously
you've
young, given us swelling when you were a baby.
Yeah, when I was still young, my parents were still complaining why that girl, whenever the body swells, she cries. They went to the hospital, they explained. Okay. The yellow eyes, of course, I told you about that.
You told us about that in part 1.
The head, some sicklers, I'm sorry to say this, but their head expand, like increases, and even can have some etching.
Okay.
Yeah. And whenever even the bones are weak, you can feel when someone bones are weak.
Okay, they go on making sounds when you move it like this, it makes a sound.
And over like being lazy, every time you're lazy, and some even their urine is yellow.
It is as if so you have yellow fever when you have anemia, is it?
It's not yellow fever, the yellow eyes. Yellow fever is very different disease.
Okay, fine. Okay, so let us continue from where we ended in our part 1, Mysterious Me. We were talking about, if I'm to remember, we were outside school. Yeah, we were looking at life outside school, and you were trying to give advice to those fellow girls out there that are also battling this disease.
Yeah.
Okay, you can continue.
The advice I can give my fellow sicklers, the fellow anemic people, please take your medicine as daily. There is a tablet called folic acid. You have to take it daily, no excuse.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps the veins, all that stuff. And drink a lot of water. You can drink a lot of water. It also helps. Avoid stress. That's number 1. Stress can kill you. I can be like talking to Sharon, by next day my boyfriend can stresses me. Then they call like, Chantel's normal. Stress is number 1. Other thing, you can take off some herbal thing. There is herbal, the medicine also. The bicola no avocado. Okay. Helps. You cook them, and after you drink that water, it really helps a lot. Yes, avocado.
Okay.
Then even you can take hibiscus. Eat a lot of fruits. Fruits really also help. And even super beans, cola. Never see be sick. You
just take the soup. Okay.
Yeah, I'm positive. I avoid doing heavy work. Even if you're with your stepmom, mugambe, mom, I cannot do this. I cannot do. It's your health. It's your life. If you do something, of course you will see the results.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the greatest of the greatest okay, cause of you actually falling sick frequently is stress. Do you have any situation that you've ever gone through because of stress?
Stress really? yeah, many, not one.
Okay.
But really, like, solving it out is not easy. Caused me someone, like, I don't know whether who checked who, but I think we separated in that time. But I went home, I went back home to my mom. I was sick 1 month, lying to bed, but not taking drips, but I was lazy. I don't know, my teacher but reading totally ngasina gwenjagala bera naye. Nampuli that I've hated myself. Stress. And even the way I'm tiny.
you again
tiny.
Oh my god. Okay. There is that series that they used to play. I think they were the Bakaimina drama actors. That is life motto.
Exactly.
And it is true. That is life motto. But just to continue, you say you've already told my girls out there what to do, those that actually suffering from anemia. Which words do you have for those people that don't want to associate with anemic people?
What I should
maybe when you tell them that anemia does not spread from me to you, they will learn, because this is really bad.
Sharon, after I can tell you, but as I've told you, we have different mindset, we have different thoughts. If I tell you my secret and then you go tell other people and then they start like in bad way, of course I'll feel bad.
Sure.
So mbanja kubuza, why did I even tell you? Shaggy.
Fine. One word.
So I rather keep it by myself.
And then 1 word or two to those that are victims, because I know they are watching.
What I should tell them that they have to be like, what should I like? They do what. Let them do what they want to do. After all, life is too short. If you want to do something, girl, do it. Go for it. And if you think that person won't help you, don't let that person know that you're having that problem.
So we should simply leave alone those that have mindsets that anemic people actually are not anemic, or don't go through all that
like
shit.
If you cannot help me in any way of my situation, I cannot be bothered of telling you. Why should I?
Sure. That is very right.
Yeah.
That is very right. Okay, that is it with anemia, and that is the story that is coming from Shantel. I don't know whether Shantel has something so special that she has left out, because I feel there is somewhere that she has skipped. Please tell us.
I'll just thank my mom, my family. Shout out to my sister, Lucky Magumba. Actually, the reason why my sister went for like doctor education, because of me. I remember even one time I never had blood. She told the nurse, take my blood to save my sister. Then the nurse was like, what's your blood group type? She didn't know.
By that time they had not yet studied?
By the time, no. She wasn't very young.
Oh my god. So she was like, take
my
blood.
sister, like Lucky Magumba. She's in Dubai, working in Dubai. I just love that so much.
She's a doctor in Dubai?
Yeah.
Wow. So it is because of Shantel that Lucky went and studied doctoring, so she can treat the sister. And she's working from Dubai.
She's treating from Dubai.
And then is she treating people in your
but
situation?
Also when she works, like getting that huge money, because you know here and like doing that and you work here, it's not that good money. But when you go abroad, So when she works, she sends.
You enjoy. You eat the fish and you're not stressing out.
Of course, even I can go to that good hospital, not other like Mulago.
Okay.
Because you know they don't pay those guys too well, so maybe they do their own stuff. So I just want to send greetings to my sister Lucky Magumba, my dad Kalma Juma, my mom, and my siblings. They're really doing a very great job.
Hold on. Are all your siblings Sicklers or Carriers?
Me alone. I chose. Me alone.
It is only you. It's a family of how many?
Like we are Muslim.
Okay.
Mom and dad.
Okay.
We are two.
Okay.
My sister and me.
Okay.
But in mom and other guy, we are 4. And in mom and dad and dad stepmom, we are 5. I don't know whether you're getting the point. But in same mom, same dad,
same dad, you
and
my
Lucky. Sister Lucky.
Okay. So Lucky is a Carrier,
and
and then you are
Anemia.
Sickler. Oh my God. You said you chose to be.
I think.
You never chose to be. God chose you to be, and there is a reason. And trust me. So I want you to give us some of the good things that you have tried to get or out of life. Given the fact that you're sick, simply give us some of the things that
actually,
you have.
I would just say I'm just blessed. Also say that because I've never lacked. Even passing,
Amen.
I've never lacked. Everything change a gala, I get. If I need something for 1 M, I get the money. So, sinache complaining. I just say alhamdulillah. I'm just thankful. I'm not complaining. If I want that cloth, if I want to do what, I'm just like that. So, sinache to get up. Besides that,
you're just thankful.
Thankful.
Don't you think there's a reason to your being sick? I think sometimes we should credit God instead of criticizing God.
No.
Yes. Why me? But sometimes
Sharon, you have never faced this pain. Assure me.
That is right.
Kubanga Sharon is never kuba like painting my hair. Pull it my head is busting.
So you don't normally
play? There's something happened good, like it has happened to me, like something good. Nembera excited at an end. But what's that? It ends the same man when I don't know what I would for real, something bad story. In the Sharon, I love swimming so much. I cannot swim for 15 minutes. When I was like 10, never over 5, and I go beyond. I know what will happen next. Has
there been any sort of situation no swimming and
exactly. I was with my friend Jareo. Nae yayomba. Kubanga ile yangambira nze sigenda kugera yete yauga. Pene nze tunatuka ne mkwano gwe mlala bamwita Winnie naye she's a sick lover. Naye urambala okuga bweti twagenda musawura sauna yeberamu ebbugumu nti eribali tuyambako. But even other solution oyinza okufuna pain okuhealingako etugende byakuponya. But so ofuna amazzi agabuguma noweteekako with that particular place awakuluma. But byagenda okukola. Nagenda mugere embeera y'ennaku zange sente zange
mputu.
Sure, no, it's not input.
That is input too. You went out?
Wish. Can you like differentiate between a wish and no input too?
So you felt like
it's something I wish to do.
Fine. And that is Chantel's story. That is Chantel's story for us. And we are still having more of her. Let us first go into a short commercial break. And when we return, I just told you to put to the end. Welcome back to yet another edition as we wrap up with Mrs. Shantel. So Shantel, give us your sorry, okay, welcome back to Mysterious Myth. I'm telling you, this is one of the shows that are going to rock Hey, as Passion TV or Students Passion Television is always here to give you the best when it comes to lifestyle, entertainment, politics. Say it, name it, we give it to you. So, Chantel, I want you to give us your current life. What are you doing? What are you pursuing? How are you living life currently?
Okay, thank you, Sharon, my host.
Okay.
And it's Passion TV for giving me this opportunity.
Okay.
What I'm doing right now is I'm having my small businesses, like having a mobile money.
All right.
Second thing is I'm having a border. There's someone driving it. Then it up sent.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And actually, I'm looking forward to many things. Kubanga binje bili mu program yange.
Sure. We shall not ask you to unveil the package.
No. I will say them.
What this?
I'm cooking. So all I'm doing right now.
One word or two to your fellow Sicklers out there that are looking forward to looking for jobs, because according to your story, I've noted one thing. It is not easy for you people to be employed or to work, because you have very, very many excuses, very many, I want to call them excuses, but you have very many issues. Yeah?
Right. A lot of them. So I advise them at least to be actually they create jobs than like being employed. Because if you be with your small business, or better go cause if you work, you work. If you don't work, which is okay.
You're boss of yourself. I really understand.
Kubanga, if you be like employed, how can you going to explain your boss that they don't narrate the full week you're not working? You can't explain that thing to anyone.
I get it.
Yeah. So rather be you create your own job.
So they should be creative. Think of something to do instead of looking for jobs.
Exactly.
That is right. Okay, Chantel, I want you, as you sign out, I want you to salute our viewers, ask them to watch Passion TV, to keep it Passion TV, and of course ask those that have stories like yours, stories that lift us up when we feel like we're going to fall.
They should come to Passion TV, Students Passion Television.
Okay.
They are good people. Actually, a number again, they
are running on their screen.
Yeah, not that number, but they call them, and if you need of anything, they will listen. If you express your thing, like your problem, at least it's halfway solved, other than like keeping it. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Every time you die with your problem,
it's not easy to keep a secret. Because
you feel like you should tell someone, but then you feel like you shouldn't tell someone. Trust us, trust Passion TV, because we always come out with a solution for you. Just in case your story is not complete, we complete it. How do we complete it? A good story has a happy ending, and once your story does not have a happy ending, we shall always try our level best to help you get there. Okay, so trust Passion TV. Bring your story to us under the show Mysterious Me. This is the only and only show that will give you a platform to air out what is at heart to the public, so they should also keep pushing just like you're also pushing. And if you feel like you have lost hope, bring your story, tell it to us. Trust me, you are going to gain all the hope you need to push in life. I'm going to remind you, a problem halfway solved is that one problem that has been halfway shared. So come and share your story with us here on Mysterious Me, and let us actually have it on, and we shall, maybe, you never know, we can get you a solution. So Chantel, you can sign out majestically.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for inviting me here.
My pleasure.
And STV Passion TV.
Okay.
I'm really humbled. I'm really happy that I'm given an opportunity to be with you here, guys.
Okay.
I'm Shaluwah Shantel Kalma. I'm sending my greetings to my mom, dad, and my sister Lucky Magumba, my mom Flaviana Sukuga, my dad Kauma Juma, and my family.
And me.
Of course I knew.
Okay.
And my friend Winnie and Shajid. Yeah. They're all helping me.
Okay. It is always pretty to have a helping hand in life. Either once you have no one to lean on to, better lean on God, maybe. Just in case you can't trust a fellow human being, trust God. He is always there, passionately waiting to embrace us. It has been me, your host, Sharon, and together with my guest, Chantel. She has been a very sweet guest. It is not easy to come out and tell a story of your life, but she has done it for you and me, so we can still keep pushing in life. Thank you so much for keeping this Passion TV. Watch us. We are coming back with another hot edition of a certain story that I will not unveil unless otherwise. Keep it as Passion TV. Bye bye.
Passion TV, your favorites.